If you look real close, you can see the ocean in my sunglasses. You gotta allow yourself to be a little bit lazier, bro. Seriously. I've been lying here at the beach for over an hour, and it's the middle of a Monday. I almost feel a little bit sinful, you know, like I'm violating some kind of social convention, especially considering the fact that I've got a family. I got 2 kids and a wife, and I'm here on a Monday just out in paradise, maxing my testosterone. You know, we went to the zoo the other day. We went to the Billabong Zoo. And we looked at all the animals, you know, the spider monkeys were right there at the beginning. We went through and we saw the parrots, we saw the eagles, we saw the otters, we even saw the little penguins. Those guys were just waddling around, flapping their little penguin wings. I even got really close to one of them. This happened again and again. The animals came up to me through the glass. They didn't come through the glass, but they came up to me, you know, trying to get close to me on the other side of the glass. Again and again, my wife was like, why do the animals keep coming up to us? And in my head, I was just like, semen retention, baby. But out loud, we were just like, oh, it's probably just close to feeding time and they think we're about to feed them. Nah. Animal magnetism, Frank Mesmer. Semen retention multiplies your aura, multiplies your attractiveness. To the universe, not just to women, to all things good. So we're going from animal to animal, cage to cage, and eventually we get to the end. We get to the dessert. We get to the real reason that I dragged my family to the zoo. Not because of the kids, none of that, so the kids can have a good time. I went to the zoo because I wanted to see the lions. I wanted to be reminded of what a powerful beast looks like. Dude, I wanted to be reminded of what a killer looks like. Just a savage killing machine. Just 400-500 pounds of just raw killing potential. So we get to the lion cage and there's big Leo, you know, big 400-pound Leo sitting there with his balls out in the sun, just lying on the ground, just out in the sun, balls hanging out. We're talking about huge kahunas, like big ostrich egg balls that looked like they'd been retaining for years. Pretty proud of Leo for that. And the instructor lady comes out, the animal tamer, the cat tamer, and she starts giving us a bit of a spiel, starts telling us about these different animals. Let me take these glasses off so I can see you properly. And she's throwing them some meat, throwing them some steaks, you know, pay attention to all these things about these animals. She's throwing them some steaks, some raw, just juicy, red, premium steak. And those lions are just ripping that shit open and just gobbling it up with glee, with great happiness. And then she starts spitting some facts. She starts sharing some facts about the lions. And this is where I really got interested. Before I tell you this story though, there was a girl, I will never forget this, there was a girl standing by the glass. right up close with her boyfriend, right? And this girl, she just had the look of, like a little bit of bimbo energy. Just a little bit, you know? That was just the kind of vibe I got from her, just a little bit of bimbo energy. Not in the sense of judging her, not in the sense of like shame or anything like that, but she just had this certain energy of just a little bit of a bimbo, okay? A little bit too made up, you know? Dress was just cut a little bit too short around the cleave. And this lion looks at her, man. Never forget this shit. This lion takes one look at her, big Leo, big 400 pounder, and he kind of like, he lifts his head and he just like looks at her. And she's like, I was standing next to her and she said, why is he looking at me like that? And she sort of started retracting and like getting a bit scared. Next minute, bro, I shit you not, Leo stands up and then he lunges at the glass where this woman, with this girl, she couldn't have been more than 17, you know, with her boyfriend standing next to her. This lion just lunges at the glass as though he fully intended to eat her. But unfortunately, there's like 3-inch thick glass between him and his prey. And I was just like, holy shit, there was some kind of energetic exchange happening right there where, because normally the lions don't do that. The animals, they're very sedate. They almost just ignore you. They pretend the humans aren't even there because they've been there for so long. They know what it's about. People try and taunt them and shit and there's no reaction. I would never taunt an animal behind bars. But this girl, man, she triggered this lion and he just went for her. Like if that was in the wild, she dead set would have had her head taken off, eaten whole, gone. So anyway, make of that what you will. She starts spitting facts, the instructor lady, the lion tamer. If anyone knows the actual word for the people that work with the animals, just drop it below in the comments because I'm a bit retarded right now. And she's saying, the lion is not the most successful hunter. Even though we've got this idea of the lion, king of the jungle, top of the food chain, apex predator, that may be true, but he is not the most successful hunter. Whereas the cheetah will get his kill about 50% of the time. Poor Leo, well, he's not poor, I retract that. Leo, the killing machine, the king of the jungle, will only take down his prey 30% of the time. He's got a 30% success rate, yet he is still the king of the motherfucking jungle. Think about that. Now, he's got a 30% success rate. The other thing is, the lion is only active. This is crazy, bro. This is some crazy shit. I was surprised by this when she said this. She said, the lion is only physically active 20% of the time. So in other words, the other 80% of the lion's life is spent just chilling the fuck out, man. Just chilling the fuck out. Lying in the sun, nuts in the sun, lying on the ground, just getting grounded, just soaking up that sunshine. 80% of the time, he's just chilling out. He's just resting. He's just on standby. He's not even there in a striking position, waiting to jump on something. He's just resting. He is just building up his testosterone levels. He's just getting that good sleep. He's getting that max recovery. You know, he's training Mike Mensa style, who taught us about the ideal routine. Mike Mensa said, you should never train more than 3 times a week. Anything more than that, he said something like, After a certain amount of sets, the minimum effective dose of sets on your compound lifts, I don't know exactly how many, it might have been like 6 or maybe even 5 sets. And in some cases he prescribed you should only do 1 set. 1 set, train maximum 3 times per week, right? But in any case, he said there's a crossover point where if you do more sets just because you feel like you should, you're actually going to start doing more damage than you need to stimulate hypertrophy, to stimulate growth. Therefore, your recovery time is going to take longer. And therefore, if you're working out too soon after that training session, you're just building damage on damage. You're not allowing yourself enough time to recover. So you're just putting more damage on your already damaged muscles, and you're not going to grow. You're going to go around in a circle, spinning your wheels, wondering why you train so hard, but your results are shit. Think of Leo, bro. What's he doing? Leo's just out in the sun with his balls in the air. King of the jungle. Out in the sun. Just charging his perineum. Doesn't give a fuck. Sees all these gazelles and, you know, wild dogs and hyenas and what else you got out there? You got some giraffes, you got some wild boars just running around, just busy, constantly busy, scurrying around all the time. He's just watching them, he's just chilling. He doesn't even need to go after them until he reaches that point, that time when his instincts just tell him, all right, it's time. Get up, go and hunt some shit. It's time. That's when he gets up. He is fully rested, absolutely fully rested. His resting heart rate's probably like 20 beats per minute kind of shit. His cortisol level is fucking 0, just flat. There's no cortisol in his body. He has no stress. His every muscle in his body is fully relaxed. And now he's ready to go hunt. Who do you think is going to be more successful? The fucking hyena who's been just like running around yapping like, hustle, 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 work harder, yeah, grind, baby, grind, hit the gym every day, grind, baby, woo, just panting, just like heart rate 200 beats per minute, cortisol through the fucking roof, just grind, baby, you want it, you gotta go after it. That little hyena, bro, he ain't gonna catch shit. He ain't gonna catch shit. That's why he needs like 40 friends. That's why he needs to run in a pack with 40 friends, so he has any hope of taking down a creature, any hope of taking down a gazelle. Because he's fucking depleted. He's stressed out, he's depleted, he's thirsty. He is a thirsty little dog. That little hustle guy that I've been, that you've been, just like trying to grind it out, baby, thinking that more work equates to better results. Meanwhile, you got Leo out here, even with his 30% success rate, at the end of the day, he is still going to get more nourishment. He is still going to take down bigger beasts by himself. And when he does, when he hits that jackpot, he's going to feast like a fucking king. That's the king of the jungle. That's the king of the savannah. When he hits gold, he hits motherfucking gold. And he doesn't have to talk about it all the time. He doesn't have to broadcast himself as this certain overworked, you know, I'm so proud of my hustle lifestyle. I'm so proud of being a grinder. I'm so proud of being constantly flooded with cortisol. Look at me, look at my busy life. He doesn't have to do any of that shit, because when you look at him, you just know he's a lion and he'll kill you if you mess with him. Enough said. No words necessary, bro. I see you, Leo. I'm not coming any closer, bro. Don't worry. I know you're the king. I respect you. We don't have to talk about it. You have my respect. Which is how people treat truly powerful men. Truly strong men. It's the same with training. I train 3 times per week. That's all I need. You know, I'm realizing my rest is just as, if not more important than my training. It's the rest where the testosterone levels start to build. It's the rest where your body starts to rebuild those muscle fibers even thicker, bigger. It's the rest where the cortisol can just dissipate, where you can just open up a bit of space. You can start to get into a free flow. You can start to have good thoughts, coherent thoughts. You can start to remember what's important. This is why fasting is effective. I believe that fasting is effective because you're simply giving your entire organism space and time. Now, personally, I don't fast except for when I go to sleep because I'm still building. But it's the principle of giving yourself just so much fucking time and space that you can really start to clarify what you want, what you need, and start to give yourself that. And yes, when you go to work, baby, you're gonna be like a laser. You're gonna be like a fucking arrow pointing directly at the bullseye. None of this scatter fire, just shooting your energy everywhere, just wasting. You're just like, boom, there it is. There's the gazelle. We chase the gazelle, we take it down, we eat the whole thing, and we go and rest for a day or two. That's all I need. So, brother, I just like to share this stuff. I like to share these realizations because even if you look at it on an energetic level, we got people trying to manifest things, right? And a lot of people shame this whole idea of like, oh, you can't just imagine something and feel as though you already have it and then it'll just happen. No. That's wrong. You need to be taking action, as much action as possible, and also doing your manifestation practice. That's how it's going to happen. But unfortunately, I've read too many stories, heard too many accounts, and experienced for myself now, where it's really not about the action. It's really not about the action. The action is the bridge of incidents, the slideshow that has to happen on the screen in order to get you to the result, but it's not actually the causal factor. You see what I mean? It's not the causal factor that allowed you to get the result. It's just the in-between stuff that fills up the space. This is what Neville Goddard taught. So what I'm realizing for myself is that taking the hands off the reins, just resting more, getting myself into the energetic state of the guy who already has it, getting myself into the feeling that I'm already the millionaire out here on the beach. Baby, it doesn't get better than this. Out here on the beach by myself in the sun, bit of nice breeze just brushing against my skin. We got the sound of the waves, we got the blue sky. This is a millionaire lifestyle, baby. I feel chill as fuck right now. From this space, I can get on a call and sell anything to anyone. I can get on a call and sell something for 50 grand. High tier program. I can get on a call and just extract money. Make deals happen. Make magic happen. Because I'm in it right now. This is it. I can talk to a woman in this state and just have her so wet for me. I can talk to a woman and make her laugh. I can have that beautiful exchange of energy, which just makes her feel so attracted and magnetized. Because I'm just here, in it. I'm just in the reality that I want to live in right now. I'm not putting it off, putting all of these conditions, all these qualifiers, giving myself this laundry list of things that I have to do to justify to justify deserving success, to justify deserving sex, justify deserving a beautiful life. I'm just in it. Same with the gym. I don't go to the gym so I can get results. I go to the gym because I love the process. You know, when I go to the gym, I only spend 3, 4, maybe tops 5 hours per week at the gym. But when I go, I fucking put my heart and soul into it. But when I leave, that's it. I'm done. I can spend the rest of that time just recovering, relaxing, resting. This is what we got to do, brothers. Let's get away from these spells that have been put on us. These spells, these curses. Book of Genesis in the Bible. Cursed is the ground for your sake. All of the days of your life, you will sweat and you will toil and you will work the soil to earn your subsistence, subsistence living. That was the curse placed on Adam when he released his seed. That was the curse. He indulged in the orgasm. He took the forbidden fruit and he ate of it. His wife gave it to him and he ate of it. She saw that it was good, it was pleasurable and desirable to make one wise. She took of the fruit, the orgasm. She ate of it. She gave it to her husband and said, eat. He ate of it. He indulged in the orgasm. He ejaculated. He made himself, he came. He shared the orgasm with Eve and they were plunged, they were descended into hell. And the curse that Adam received for that was that he must work the soil by the sweat of his brow. Thorns and thistles it will bring forth for you, and all the days of your life you will labor and toil in misery just to survive. That's what happens when you release your energy. You have to fight tooth and claw for every day just to feed yourself. But we're not part of that curse anymore, bro. We're retaining our energy. We're ascending back to the heavens. We're returning to our former office. We're returning to our former state as king, as one with God. And God ain't no slave, bro. He attracts, he magnetizes, he creates. So brothers, jump in the community, get around this energy. We're here to amplify each other. We are here to remind each other of the truth, that we are all kings. We are here to rule and reign. We did not come here to be slaves. Link is below. I'll see you inside. Much love, kings.